Say your. What's good, loyal noodles? What's going on? It's your boy Willie Knight, first of his name, and I am alongside my sister from the same blister. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Joi Davis, Davis.
Hey guys.
For those that may have not caught the 9/11 episodes that we just put out, this beautiful young lady here with me is my blood sister from the same mother. She wanted to come on the show and talk about this topic that we had today. We got pretty good feedback about us doing a show together. So fuck it, why not get the loyal noodles what they want? So She came back on the show. We're gonna talk about some shit today. Thank you for coming back on the show, Joy.
You're welcome. You guys like my jersey.
My sister is also a New York City native. However, she's a little smarter than most, as she has not decided to go through heartbreak every football season with the Jets and or Giants, who both lost this week in NFL. But she's a Seahawks fan. That's fair.
I lost also, but it's okay.
Again, this is my sister. And before we go any further and get into the episode, y'all already know who I am. Y'all already know Willie Knight, first of his name. Y'all don't really know my sister like that. Y'all know her 9/11 story, but you don't really know her like that. So I'm going to give her a chance to introduce herself. And then we'll get into the episode. So Joy, who are you? Harpo, who this woman?
I'm regular schmegular. I'm just a regular schmegular girl from Coley Alley. That is all. Single mother of 7.
Seven, that's right. You heard it correctly.
Magnificent 7. I don't do much. Smoke my weed, chill with my people. Like that. Word.
Just like that. Amore agrees. That's Amore approved, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
But as the episodes unfold, I'm sure you'll get to know my sister a lot more, and learn to love her, not as much as I do, but definitely learn to love her a lot.
Duh.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about a pretty heavy topic, but as you will quickly see, if you haven't already saw, my sister and I easily bring the humor to most situations. We do understand the severity of this topic and how it has affected people and whatnot, but this is just the tone that we carry with a lot of things. So please don't be offended by our tone. So today we're going to talk about addiction. We're going to talk about addiction. We're going to talk about drug abuse, substance abuse, anything, just where people take it to the next level where they're kind of dependent on these things and whatnot. So we're going to talk about that.
How it affects. Our sister can't fly without one wing.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that and kind of tie it into like mental health and things like that. And we'll also talk about some of the vices that people kind of indulge in and how that really kind of affects their life, or how it really affects a friendship, relationship, and just things like that. But we're gonna get into the nitty gritty of it. And of course, we got a few of the loyal noodles' favorite segments. We're gonna go over what scuffs our Timbs. We gotta talk about that.
Yeah.
Just some things that just scuffs your Timbs that we just don't like.
Yeah.
And we got a new subject because we are the goodest of good noodles here, and we need to let the people at home know how to identify that toxic behavior that they may not even realize. So we're going to have our first installment of Toxic 101. So we hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Without further ado, Joy is going to tell us what scuffs her Timbs.
Cool. I'm going to tell you what really scuffs my Timbs. I'm 40 now and kind of like recently single, not, separated, soon to be divorced. And I don't really want to go back out there. Like, I don't want to date. I don't want to talk. Like, I don't want to like get to know nobody. And the main reason is because nobody is like presenting a truthful front as to who they really truly are. And it's annoying. It's like social media, nobody is who they supposed to be. And I don't really feel like going like weaving through who's real and who's not and who's playing. Like, I'm too old to be buying dreams. Like, that's not what we're here for. And I'm really like, oh man, I'm just gonna be single forever. It's crazy. It's fine, yo.
So it's just niggas just out here playing games. They're just not being real with you up front.
No,
They're selling you a dream. They're trying to
right.
string you along. And
But the thing that's killing me is this. One, I feel like because I'm a single mother and I have so many kids, guys come at me and act as if I'm just like automatically supposed to be like, oh my God, thank you for wanting me. Um, no, I don't. No, I'm good, thanks. I don't even want anybody, but okay. And I'm not obligated to be with somebody just because they like, oh, I like you, or like, are you like that's not really how it works. Like, I'm not desperate. I've never been desperate. I'm like, you know what I mean? It's just like all of a sudden, like guys are like, oh, I'm gonna meet your kids, and no, you're not. Who said that? Uh, Please don't even mention my kids again. I don't know. I don't know.
just a little
Just
weird. So you
it
prefer
is weird.
so you prefer the straightforward approach, like this is what I want, this is what it is, this is what I'm looking for.
Word. Why is that so hard? I don't know why. It's like I expect me from others, and like I have to like really learn to stop doing that.
That's a mistake. That's a mistake.
Right, for sure. But I just feel like if I present to you like what listen, what you see of me is what you get. Who I am with everybody is who I am with everybody. I don't know how to be somebody else. Like this is who I am. I'm not asking nobody for nothing because you're gonna give me what you want to give me to begin with. I don't have to ask for anything.
Is this because you're a little more seasoned, you're a little more older now, or like how because was 20-year-old Joi feeling this way, or is it what's
Nope,
the
it
difference
is.
there?
It definitely came with age. It definitely came with age because it's like I don't want to say that there's a certain amount of desperateness that comes with being younger, but in a sense there is. Like we're all kind of thinking like, oh God, this one is my forever. Like this is it, and especially if the guy is telling you shit, like selling you the dream, telling you like, oh, I'm looking for my wife, and we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that, and when you're 20, like, yeah, you really can buy that shit, but 40, like that shit to sell. Like, don't tell me shit. You got to show me. I don't want to hear shit. Like, what? I am
Okay, so
definitely not one.
what you're saying is yesterday's price is not
Is
today's
not
price.
today's price.
Okay.
For sure. Like at all. Like what is
Okay,
like it's just like
that's what we got going on. Okay.
right, like
She agrees.
right.
So
I'm
it's kind of weird because like some brothers they just don't know how to approach it, and then real shit like they just don't know what you're looking for. And the art of manipulation. I'm trying to see what you want so I can see how I'm gonna maneuver in the game and shit like that. So hey, look, fellas, I'm not speaking. We're not speaking for all the ladies out there, all the single mothers
right,
out there, but
right,
we just gonna say there's some out there. Like just get straight to the point, my G.
right. You don't gotta if you're not looking for dinner and movies and roses and you just really looking for some clapping noises, say that shit.
That's it. That's it.
Say it. Like we don't really got time for like anything else. Like everything else just like it's gonna make me look at you sideways. Like for me personally, I just really be feeling like I'm gonna give you an A. I'm gonna just right on site. I meet you, whatever we got going on. I'm gonna give this person an A. Let's see if you can maintain this grade. Niggas start talking. I'm like, oh my God, he's a B minus. Oh shit. He talks some
So
more. I'm like, oh, he's a C. Fuck. Like you talked yourself right out of like you started at the top and you talked yourself all the way to fuck down. How, sir? Like just like the bullshit is really no room for bullshit. Like
so
these past this year and change has showed us like niggas is dying every day. Like shit is crazy. Like who the fuck want to be wasting time right about now? Like who the fuck has time for that?
so and maybe you cool with a lot of ladies, and we got a lot of females in the circle.
Word.
So is it safe to say like a woman will know within very short amount of time if she wants to fuck this dude or not?
Oh, like yeah, like I hope guys know at this point in time is definitely like we might not be as visual as men, but we visual too. Like we definitely like it's and plus on top of that, it's gray sweatpants season. You damn right. We definitely scoping niggas out like, oh bitch, look at the print. I want to have his fake babies. I swear to God, I do. I love him. Like what? You know it. Like again, right from the gate, right from the first visual. Oh yeah, I want to fuck homeboy. Then he opens his fucking
Okay.
mouth.
So look. So look, fellas, they know off the rip. It's just up to you to fuck it up.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
I could run with that. I think it may not just be at least from that perspective, it's a perspective of a more seasoned individual out here living their life. But you know, even for the younger ladies and whatnot, even for some guys and whatnot, like you just know what you want, and you know, we don't gotta play the games. Like we don't gotta
There's
do all
nothing,
of that.
and also like men and women alike, there's nothing wrong with knowing what you like. There's nothing wrong with knowing what you'll tolerate, what you'll stand for. We all have shit that we'll accept that, hey, I'm willing to let him get a hall pass every third Saturday of the month. And there might be another bitch like, oh, like, are you crazy? Yeah, I hall pass and shoot his ass. Like, are you dumb? Like, yeah, but we all know what works for us.
Hey, you're right, because there's some people that's into that are what's it called? They're polyfly, they're into polygamous relationships, and then there's some people that's like, I will put you in a meat grinder.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And we will eat you.
We will eat you. Me and that.
We will eat you. Me and I will serve you to her on Thanksgiving. I just need for you to fucking know that. Go.
So I think that's a great point. I think that scuffs a lot of people's Timbs, no matter the age, gender, shape, or form. I think that's just, you know, just we don't got to play games out here. But I definitely see it as being like kind of like being an older thing, because 10 years ago, you know, I was about them games and shit and things like that. So, you know, as you get older, you kind of like less with the shits. But I get it. So because we got a new guest, she had a lot of things that scuffs her 10. So I'm not even gonna take it from her. We're not even gonna do the tit for tat. She got something else that scuffs her 10. So talk to us. What's up?
This I go back and forth with. Definitely scuffs at my Timbs, like black scuff marks my Timbs. I'm talking.
Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah,
that's not good.
Yeah, like
because a lot of times there's no saving that.
Right, like bike tire scuffed him. I should just. Oh, wait, look. All right, like you can't, like if you can see, if you can't, if you know me, if you don't, I'm not no little tiny thing. I'm fucking 6'2", I weigh a little bit. And listen, I don't feel that liking me or being attracted to me is a motherfucking fetish. Like, I'm not a fucking freak of nature. I'm a fucking woman playing simple, period. Like, I'm just so over it. Like, we're at a place in time where it's like we really still concerning ourselves with who's loving who. Like, that's really an issue still. Like, there's still starving children in a fucking pandemic claiming lives every day. And we still on some like big girls type shit. Like, oh, regular men or regular guys can't just like big girls. It gotta be some type of like, oh, he's a freak. And are you fucking dumb? Like, I'm not a fetish. I'm not no fetish. Like, I'm not. I don't know. You call me a fetish. Like it almost implies like a weirdness, or like there's a negative.
See that? I could see that, like that connotation with like, oh,
right, a negative connotation
I
that
have a
comes along
fetish.
with.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like a foot fetish.
Right, like a foot fetish. Right. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's not weird to the people that have it. It's normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then of course the people put their standards and they kind of become self-conscious about it. And
the shit that kills me is like I sit back and I think about like all the niggas that like would bully me or had shit to say in high school. 90% of these niggas are married to fat bitches. That tickles me pink. Like the other 10% are fat bitches. That tickles me harder.
So it's the fat bitches that don't like fat bitches. Got it.
Right. Like, all right, okay. Like, if you're disgusted by me, cool. Like, what makes you automatically think I want you? Like, that's not how it works. It almost kind of like ties in like where straight men think that like all gay men want them. No, like,
man, don't get me started on that.
I'm a fucking person, bro. Like, I have fucking wants and desires, and I don't want to say I have a type because I don't really know. I don't really have a type, but I don't know. Not a fucking fetish. That part I do know. You like me, you like me.
That's it.
And you know what's sick too? Like how many niggas would have like fat bitches in private? Like fuck out of here. Like get out of here. That shit is so played out. Like
Yo, so I gotta ask. Now that we on that topic, so you think like we're moving to just a time in life where just that shit is cool? So you think Lizzo is like leading the movement out here?
all right, I'm
Cause
only really
she really be out there like wilding, like having her own
she
little
does.
hot girl
Okay,
summer shit.
so here's the thing for me. Like I love Lizzo. I really do like some of her music, but fat or skinny, I really sometimes do be feeling like, bitch, get the fuck dressed. Like, what the fuck are you? What are you doing? I don't want to see little ass out or big ass out. Like, I don't want to see little asses twerking or big asses twerking. I got 5 daughters that think all these bitches is popping. Like, and I'm competing with skinny, big, thick. Like that shit is like it doesn't even matter. I want you all dressed properly. Like let's promote like being proper young ladies and shit. Not me. I'm not a proper young lady, but my time has gone and passed. I'm talking about these motherfuckers I'm trying to raise. Like I don't need none of you bitches naked. None of them. It's not even a size thing. I don't need these women really like portraying this shit as like this is what's up.
So you just want everybody to just keep their clothes on in public.
Yeah.
In public.
Yes, right. It's a thin line between slutty and sexy. It's real thin. Like
That's
come
fair.
on, I don't know. Like, come
That's
on.
fair. I get it.
Lizzo doing a lot. Lizzo be doing a lot. And hey, listen, more power to it. Because I really truly push to each his own. If that's this, listen, you gotta be as comfortable in your skin as you could possibly be. If that's what makes her boat float, all of that shit, do that shit, girl. Can't nobody fucking stop you. And these niggas, and listen, it don't matter what you look like, it don't matter what shape you are, niggas gonna always got something to fuck to say. But 9 times out of 10, the niggas couldn't even see you on these dollar amounts. So fuck up some comments, have your fat hanging
There's
out.
that part because Lizzo might be she might flew you out.
Right, Lizzo cake up and from the weight stop. Like she getting cakey out there in these streets. This music is doing her thing. Like I don't know.
Yeah, she's doing good. Shout out to Lizzo. Shout out
Right?
to everybody of all different shapes, sizes, and colors.
Word.
I think no matter what, the best thing to be is confident in yourself. That's it. It don't matter your size, how tall you are, how wide you are, how much you weigh, what size your clothes are. None of that shit.
You gotta wear what you gotta. Right, be you.
I think confidence is where it's at. So I find confidence to be very appealing.
Very sexy.
That's just me. Nobody asked me. Okay, so that's what scuffs our Timbs. I'm not gonna hold you. That kind of scuffs my Timbs too. However, if you got something that scuffs your Timbs, scuffs your Uptowns, scuffs your Chunklas, scuffs your cowboy boots, scuffs your combat boots, whatever scuffs your Zapatos,
scuffs your Heelys.
You know what I'm saying? Like, scuffs your Skechers, your PF flyers. Let us know in the comments. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the above.
This nigga did not step on my Jordan. I know he didn't.
That's what I'm saying. You know that first day of school fit.
Oh God!
I know you ain't just step on those, fam.
Nigga, step on my fucking school sneakers, and I'm getting suspended the very first day.
The very first. I remember I had the pair of Uptowns that they had Tupac on it, and them niggas stepped on that shit the first day. I was like, oh yeah, I guess you going to meet Tupac.
Right. This is it.
You about to answer to him directly.
You about to have a whole hologram concert in your whole eye, sir.
Yo. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna go into our very first topic. Overall, we're gonna talk about drug abuse. So for those that may or may not know, that don't really pay attention, we've lost a lot of public figures, celebrities, rappers, parents, things like that to drug abuse. It's not like drug abuse is no secret in the world. It's no secret in America. It is definitely an issue that people face every day. It's definitely things that people turn to. things like that. Recently, we've lost celebrities such as like DMX, Michael K. Williams, just huge celebrities within the Black community, or just, just the community in general. Like, people know who those people are. Like, Black people, white people, Spanish people, they know who the fuck DMX was. So, you know what I'm saying? So, that was really tragic. But ultimately, like, I can't really speculate and say why people turn to abusing drugs. I'm not gonna say using drugs, because we're gonna discuss the differences, but I don't know why people turn to abusing it and things like that. Or I can't speak for them. It's not my story to tell, but it's definitely something we're gonna talk about. So Joy, why do you think people turn to drugs or other devices that are deemed unhealthy to their health?
That's definitely a good question. And sometimes, not always, but sometimes it be curiosity, almost like in a peer pressure type of round too. It's like I I always knew I was gonna smoke weed because I like the smell of it. The smell of it appealed to me.
That's fair.
I
I
didn't,
like
it
it too.
wasn't right. It wasn't necessarily like how people looked or acted on it, or it was just legit. The shit smelled good. Like, I don't like, I want whatever that is in my lungs to smell that good. And hey, the way it makes me feel is the bonus. But I think definitely sometimes I really do think definitely curiosity, which is, curiosity killed the cat. But yeah, I think it's like I saw more drugs in my little time in college than I did living in the middle of the hood. Like, I never seen that quantity of drugs. Like, in the hood, we was going half on on a dime. And in college, it was different races and different kids and different backgrounds, and everything had weight. Everything was in weight. Powders, pills, weed. Like, I went to a party once and there were 101 beers open on the table. And I'm like, wow, the beers open. At first I thought they were empty. I'm like, oh, they're gathering them. Cool. We do it. I get it. Empty bottle, you keep it. It's all different types of beers. So then somebody told me, like, no, the DJ's going to play a song and everybody's going to grab a beer. And like 5 of them don't have drugs in them. I'm sorry, what? What drugs? Oh, that's
Cue,
crack.
cue the DJ scratch, because what?
And I really just felt like, oh yeah, no, I'm all right. I don't really, I don't want one.
I have a water with a twist of lemon.
No, I don't want nothing to drink. I don't want nothing to drink here. I'm gonna just smoke the weed I came with, cause y'all wild. And I've been offered special K at parties and shit. I'm like, what special? No thanks. That's a lot. I might be big, but I'm not a horse. I don't want a horse tranquilizer. I don't want to. No, thank you. Like, I appreciate you offering me this. Your
So
drug.
I think curiosity, I think that's a good one. I think another one, I'm gonna go for the layup. You went kind of like mid-range, long range shit, and I'm gonna go for the layup real quick. They turn to drugs for an escape. The drugs make them feel a certain way, that kind of allows them to mentally kind of escape whatever they're going through. Look, maybe they're not going through shit at all. They may just like the feeling. Cool. That just might be what it is. But I know a lot of people that do use drugs. I've known people that abuse them and whatnot. They do it to escape the issues and shit going on in their mind. There's just like their thought process. They can't escape a traumatic event. It keeps circling back and things like that. Or like they turn to drugs because it medicinally it changes their state of mind. And that's just the only time they feel comfortable. That's the only time they feel like they can function. So they turn to it. And I think, I'm not saying if that's Good Noodles approved or good noodle or not Good Noodles approved, but it's just how you deal with your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm nobody to judge you for it or knock you for it or whatever, because I've been through shit where I wanted to turn to substances or certain things that some people may frown upon and whatnot, but it was just how the fuck I chose to escape from it. And then,
yeah, but you choose to escape in that moment. There are some people who choose to escape and escape.
Right. So like at what point does it become abuse then? Because we got the recreational use of drugs, we got the medicinal use of drugs, we got just now at what point do we get to where it's abused now? Like what point do you feel like that's kind of unhealthy?
Because I have one, maybe two drinks now, but alcoholic or something.
Oh shit! Oh,
I mean, that's kind of like, that's clear. Like that's simple. It becomes abuse when you start to neglect everything: your house, your home, your job, your definitely your appearance. Like when your appearance goes, like when it's evident, when we can look at you and go, hey, I think that John might be on crack. I think, I'm not saying I'm an expert or a drug counselor. I just be knowing shit, but John's looking a little crackish.
I'm only a season 18 holder of Grey's Anatomy, and please just don't check my credentials. But
don't check my credentials. But
I
before we
don't
treat him, we're gonna have to tox screen him.
Yeah.
Just to say that
the hair is a little thin, face a little wrinkly. He's only 27. I don't know.
He's missing teeth,
and he's never played hockey before.
That I mean. He's looking bad. He's looking bad.
So I think
we're such fucked up individuals.
Oh. I mean, I still love you, so I don't know.
All right,
we'll
I still love you. And the world turns.
And it's interesting because these drugs, they can be used without becoming addiction. Like I feel as though once you begin to become irresponsible with your use, like I can't pay the bills, but I got money for weed. Whatever, like if you're struggling with something financially and you are behind on that financially, but you still always got bottles, always got whatever your drug of choice,
right?
Like, yeah, you wilding, bro. That's you abusing it. Like, and I'm not gonna sit here and really talk about functionality because I know functionality is another form of abuse. Like, I can't function without this, da. Like, okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't get through my day without a drink. I can't, like I gotta wake and bake and shit like that. Like, okay. Like I understand that part, and
I mean, yes, but to what expense?
Though? Exactly.
Like you can. All right, fine, do all of that, but to what expense? Like, how much are you willing to risk and let go and lose, in order to have that drink, in order to have that wake and bake, in order to have that pill to pop, in order to have that line to snort? Like, what are you willing to lose? What are you willing to neglect?
Right. Like how, and then. Do you feel like sometimes like people kind of pull the trigger too quickly with calling it abuse and addiction? Because I feel that sometimes as well. Like again, what? Because I had maybe two drinks. I'm an alcoholic now. Like
right, and like all right. So like for me, I just honestly feel like, can we say one is worse than the other? Or can we really even judge like, oh, this is, I can accept this or I can't accept that? It's like you kind of have to either accept it all or, I don't know. I don't want to say accept it all because listen, if I don't got no weed, I don't start thinking about all the flat screens I got in my crib to sell. I don't like that. That's not. I don't. I'll be pissed off. Like, but I'm not gonna go steal my mom's like blue diamond ring. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not. The VCRs, the DVD players, them shits are safe. The PlayStations are gonna stay where they are. Nobody's MacBook.
The cars ain't going.
The car's not gonna just. I don't have to borrow nobody's car. I don't. does it, I can't, I'm definitely not trying to like throw stones. Like that's definitely not it because again, everybody has their own vice, to each his own vice. And if you're vice free, hey, good for you. Great. Amazing. That's awesome. But most of us aren't. I smoke weed, I smoke cigarettes, I drink. I really kind of drink. I rather drink socially. Like I have more fun drinking with my friends and you and drinking by myself. But I'll sometimes be at home alone and drink like wine.
Right.
But most of the time I can't just like get nice. I gotta get drunk as fuck and like I know so you can't really.
Well, you gotta get ratchet.
Yeah, you can't really. That ain't fun by yourself. Like
Or
so
we gotta sit on the strip and cut ass on everybody that walks by.
everybody that
Like
walks
we gotta
by.
do shit
Everybody like that, right? I just feel like if I don't, then it's like I wasted a time. Like I wasted a bottle or something. Like so, yeah, no. And I also noticed too, like when I'm upset, let's just say like weed ain't taking the edge off, and I do have a drink, thinking like what, I'll get a little tipsy, I'll get a little mellow, more mellow, calm down. The times that I be trying to get drunk or trying to use liquor to calm me down or bring me down or change my mood, it's like I could drink the whole fucking bottle and don't feel tipsy, nothing. I'm like, oh man, like this didn't go as planned. I'm not even, I could take a sobriety test right fucking now. Like, dude,
what a waste.
What a waste. Shit. Now if I'd have been like with two of my friends and did that, I'd have been fucked up.
Right.
Like, we'd finished the bottle and
we'd have shots in and you'd have been fucked up.
And loving everybody.
Everybody's our friend.
Everybody. I love everybody.
Everybody knows your name.
Right. Like, I love you fucking guys. You know that?
So and the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I see the conversation kind of increasing randomly around social media or whatever it is, because that's really what I'm looking at to kind of drive the topics here. But it's like, so most recently Sha'Carri Richardson, she was the talk of the town, good or bad, she kind of took over the internet for a little bit. She's even became relevant enough to get some Drake mentions in the bars on his last album, so clearly she's somebody. But it was interesting how that kind of transpired, like, and I'm not gonna like kind of keep cycling the conversation, but basically she got in trouble with the Olympics for smoking weed. Now, it was legal in the state that she utilized it in, but for the sake of the Olympics, it was not one of the allowed substances that they can use. And her excuse was that, she just had a loss in the family, it affected her, and she turned to that. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, at what point are you like, oh, okay, that's fine? Like, I think society is kind of getting to that, but we're not fully there. Like, you still place that judgment on people that use it and whatnot. And I feel like in a sense, I could argue that that's abuse, because you are now risking that responsibility that you have worked so hard for that. I can sit here and argue and say that that's abuse, but in the same conversation, I will sit here and say, no, she was trying to take care of her mental health. That is how she copes with things. That is how she escaped. That is what she needed to turn to.
I kind of ride the fence with it too, because I don't know the bylaws and everything of it, because I feel like would she be allowed to compete if she had a prescription? Because there are a lot of states and a lot of places, and a lot of jobs, a lot of, that just because your state, your city is okayed for recreational use doesn't mean that this job allows it. Doesn't mean that
like the military.
Right. So on one side of the fence, I feel like, listen, if these are the rules set forth by the Olympic Committee, as an athlete, then we follow the fucking rules, bro. I'm sorry.
Again, I'm in California, Joy.
Listen,
like I step out my car anywhere off this installation and it just smells so loud and wonderful. I can't indulge. I want to keep my job, my benefits, and all that. If I want to be part of this team, I can't indulge. So
exactly.
I just gotta hold the L.
And you know the medicinal
Figuratively, not
benefit.
literally hold the L.
Right, but right. We know the medicinal purposes. We know the benefits. We know. Again, I said if I don't have no weed, it's never gonna happen. I'm gonna steal something. I'm not saying that people like they ain't potheads that steal. Like there's definitely potheads that give it up. Like
you ain't a pause, you a nigga that steal.
Nigga, it's weed. Like I don't know. Like listen. Since I started smoking weed when I was like the first time I tried it, I think I was 16. Or the first time I smoked, I was just like, there's no fucking way. I'm way too fucking high. I hear my heart beat. I feel my eyelashes grow. I'm going through everything that was typical that they said would happen. And I was like, this is too fucking much. I thought this is not even fucking fun.
I don't think I did it the right way then. Because the first time I did it, I was drunk as fuck. I was drinking.
I did it. I didn't drink. All I did was smoke for the first time. And
nah.
The first time I was just like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do it. I don't think so. Then I thought I had a I don't know.
I was drunk as shit, and then I smoked, and then I felt sober as fuck, and I was like, "Oh, I could drink some more."
Oh yeah,
let's go.
Oh, I've never understood. Like it was all the years that I've been smoking it, like steady. Because I had to say, really, like 18, because 16, 17, it was still very experimental. But 18, 19, like you really 19, it was like, oh nah, all systems go. Like we smoke. But I've never been a fucking fiend for it. I just growing up, like I just couldn't understand like there was bitches fucking for weed. It's fucking weed, bro. Like
so now you just sacrificing your moral compass for some
everything,
shit.
your whole dignity is weed, and we girls. Like you don't know no males. You don't have no male friends. If you are as a female, and maybe there's some freeloader shit that I'm about to kick, but I really could have no fucking money and keep all my clothes on and be high all fucking day long for just chilling with my homeboys. Because imagine them rolling up blunts and not passing it to me. Like imagine that. You don't gotta fuck for this. Like, bitch, this ain't crack. They sell this shit for $5. Like,
there's a plug somewhere. Fight in the air. Fucking listening to this podcast because you telling all the secrets.
Okay, well. Shame on anybody at 20, damn near 22, who is still sucking dick for weed. Like, shouldn't be sucking dick for no drugs, but you definitely shouldn't be sucking nobody's dick for no motherfucking weed, bitch. It's everywhere. You can get a prescription. Oh my God, the shit. You could go to Manhattan and eat a lollipop. I don't know. Like, all I know, you can buy weed on Instagram. Go to fucking Vegas. You can go in a fucking dispensary.
Yo.
I want to go back to Vegas. Shout out to Vegas. I live with and I miss you. I don't get it. Like I can't. And like, well, I feel like also there shouldn't be no new crackheads.
Not new crackheads.
There shouldn't be no new fucking crackheads. The youngest crackhead should be about like, I'm gonna say like 35, like maybe 34.
Yeah,
After
next time I go to the hood, I'll check 15th and Mermaid and see who's the youngest one there.
But no, it shouldn't be no fucking 22, 23. Like crack ain't changed. Niggas is out here looking horrible.
I said you ain't never in your 40 years of living. You ain't never in your 40 years of living seen a fine ass crackhead.
My nigga. Let me think. All right, look on that real quick. Let's just say, like, you meet somebody do shit workout, and on that first slide off to the telly, shit is on point. Like sometimes after that first session, niggas light up, or it'll be a blunt, maybe be a cigarette, and shorty light up a crack pipe. Now this shit was not new. This is some top A grade. That shit like throat goat.
That throat goat whipped your ass just now.
Right. That shit. Throat goat be fucking you up, don't it? Yo, what you gonna do, shorty? Pull out a crack pipe.
Yo,
and bitch is bad too. She's bad. Like Like
I might
like,
have to run through a quick
Nia, like
interrogation.
Nia Long in a cherry thong with the lights on type bad.
I might have to run it through an investigation. I might have to see how long she's been doing it.
Like if she still like if she tell you like, oh, I just smoke crack on Saturdays. I go to work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. I got benefits, 401k. I smoke a little weed and cigarettes during the week, but on Saturday I smoke a little bit of crack, like $40 worth.
I'm gonna just let her live. We could go. We keep going.
They're nasty. Go downstairs and tell mommy.
Who am I to judge?
Because
I can't say
I'm
that.
not. Yeah, I ain't gonna judge. Cool, but let me tell you something.
She got her own shit. It's her own crack pipe
cool.
and all of that.
Cool. That because let me tell you something. That shit don't fucking last. That is not gonna last. I chill with a nigga and shit is like, oh yo, this is the one. I love this nigga. Like, oh man. And when we done doing the dude, that nigga light up a crack pipe. A crack pipe, nigga, like all this good weed, all this new rapper weed, like all this weed out here, they still making Hennessy. And the nigga light up a crack pipe, I'm gonna snuff that nigga, I'm getting dressed and I'm out. Like, I don't hear no story behind no fucking crack.
Come on, son.
The crack is wrong. Anything
Who am I to judge? Who am I to judge?
You're right. I'm not gonna judge. I'm not judging. I'm out. It's not a judgment. It's not a judgment. It's a movement.
So okay, so crack obviously just has a really bad rap, and I'm not saying like it just has a really bad rap.
Rightfully so. It's not like I just made that shit up. Like, you know what drug is horrible for you? Crack. Oh shit, really? No, you're lying. No, I promise you.
Breaking news, Loyal Noodles. Crack is not good for you.
Crack is whack.
So, I mean, I feel like I know your answer here, but for the sake of the Loyal Noodles and whatnot, like you really feel like some of these drugs are effective in a positive way, like in a healthy way? You really think like people can turn to them and kind of get better from them?
Well, I know me personally, all I can really speak for is myself. I know that for the past like about 6 years now, 5-6 years now, I've been on antidepressants and anxiety medication. And I've had to like switch them around a couple of times too, because I need to be present as possible. And some of them make me feel too nonchalant or some shit. I don't know. Like I'm there, but I'm not there. Like I'm just really kind of like a robot or some shit. And I can't like I don't want to live my life like that. And then like the one I'm on right now, like it's pretty decent in terms of like it really like keeps me calm and mellow. Sometimes I feel like it makes me a little bit too calm. Like, oh, that your arm is broken. That is fucked up. That is so. That is, oh shit. The cat died. That is sad. Fuck, man.
I agree. I think it's just how you use it, what it could be. But I think if used in the right way, it can be and has proven to be like effective. I'm not saying all drugs or relax, Loyal Noodles.
Definitely not all drugs.
Like I'm not saying
if you got a bad headache, you should do a couple of lines. That's not what we're saying. Like we're not saying snort coke if your eye hurts. No. Seek medical attention if your eye's been fucking with you.
I'm really tired. I just been really tired lately. Like, let me just do 4 lines of coke real quick. Like
I got a long day ahead of me. I gotta get an early start. So I'm gonna get a run and go. I'm gonna run out the gate with this one, full blast.
I think this next church service is gonna be a really long one. Let me get some lines in real quick. Like
thank God I got this. Thank God I got that extra 8 ball. I have a busy weekend. Like, oof.
Call me Pastor Bumpy out here. Don't do that. That's not necessary. Don't.
Oh my God, let me rest in peace. Let me be dead, please. Sometimes you say stuff that I ask Jesus to open the sky and take me in.
Deacon Lucas out here. Fuck out of here.
Don't stop. Get it.
Oh my God. Don't do that shit. So that's just how we feel on drug abuse, and we'll touch on the subject a little more. But we're gonna take a quick break from the conversation real quick. And we're gonna go into a new segment of ours of the Good Noodles. It's called Toxic 101.
Ooh-wee.
And this right here is how you know that you are doing the right thing, my brother or my sister, or however you identify. If you are important enough, don't make me laugh. This is serious, okay? If you are important enough that they post about you on their social media in a subliminal way, then you are important enough to keep pursuing them and stay in their life.
Right.
That's all I'm gonna say. Just
right. Absolutely.
Right there.
Absolutely.
Just
if they go as far as to block you on everything, send them $1 on Cash App and invite them to coffee. Persistence is key.
I bet you they didn't block you there.
They didn't block you. Nobody gets blocked on Cash App. Nobody.
I've never blocked anybody on Cash App.
I don't even have Cash App, and if I did, I wouldn't.
So it's just toxic 101. So just keep it up. If you know for a fact that they are posting about you on social media in a subliminal way, keep it going, bro. You got it. You on it. She don't want to leave you. He don't want to leave you. They just go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you something. If they read all your messages without answering them, they're probably just really taking your words in and considering the things you were saying. And what you should do is continue to inbox them.
Keep sending the messages.
They'll come around. You keep on sending the messages. There's going to be one that really does hit. It only takes that one. You don't give up. 40, 50, whatever it takes. There's going to be the one that really reaches their heart.
If you have to even show up at their job, just do so.
Listen, sometimes a career change is in order. They don't want to be with you. They don't want you at their house. Get a job at their job. That type of persistence doesn't go unnoticed. Turn it around for you. They're gonna realize you're the one. Look how hard you're willing to go. You were a pilot. Now you're willing to work at motherfucking Wendy's.
Just turning this whole bitch around. That's what I'm saying.
Speaks volumes.
So these toxic lessons were brought to you by the Good Noodles. Okay? Please make sure you apply them in your life and let us know how that shit went. To get back onto the topic at hand, we'll change gears like slightly, just a little bit. We'll like change gears just a little bit. We're gonna talk about some of the things that feed into these drug abuse. We'll talk about vices. So everybody has their own way of dealing with stress. Go to the gym, read, go for a walk, sleep, watch TV. You know, everybody fucking has their own ways of dealing with stress. Some people have some vices that are not necessarily good for them, but it's just what they do. It's just what they indulge in. Like me, myself, Loyal Noodles, I like to drink. I'm a drinker. I like to work out. I honestly feel like if I don't get my workout, like I'm an early morning type of person. So I wake up at like 4:30 and I'm at the gym by like 5 or like 4:30 sometimes. I gotta have that workout. If I don't have that shit in the beginning of the day, like it's not gonna be a fucking good day. Like just already off the rip, I'm already like, nope, not it's not starting off in a good way.
Not today.
Yeah, it throws me off. I've cut back on drinking significantly. I will say, because I really did used to drink like hard liquor like every day. Like soon as I get home, like I didn't even take my fucking jacket off yet, and I already like made a drink and shit. But you know, some people have other vices, like they drink, they smoke, they do coke, they fuck, they work out, they skip therapy, they start a podcast. You know, some people just do all the above. I don't know.
I don't know. He's just putting shit out there.
I'm just putting shit out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't fucking think that that's what the good noodles did. That's not what we did. I'm actually going to therapy and behavioral health. My next appointment.
And I'm currently searching for a doctor that I can have sessions with virtually.
See, there we go. So don't think that this applies to me. I'm just giving an example. So if it applies to you, then if the shoe fits, then wear it. And for you, I hope it's fucking red bottom. So those are just some of my vices. Like I like to drink. You know,
shit.
I'm a big Bacardi drinker. I fuck with Douce, tequila, Terramana. Haven't had the Casamigos yet, but I fuck with tequila. I like to just.
It's cool.
Yeah,
I still really like Patron.
That's fair. I started off when I first started drinking like tequila. I would fuck with Patron, but now it's kind of like Terramana, maybe 1800. Patron's still good though. If I got the means for it, I'll get some Patron. So what about you? What are some of your vices?
Patron is delicious. Newports, 100s. and I smoke weight. Because of dead ass would be times when, like, some like, all right, so I live with chronic pain, right? A lot of listeners might not know, but you know firsthand, I was in a terrible car accident. So with that came residuals of pain. Like we going on 14 years later, and I've been hurting every day since. Like I woke up off that Bell Parkway, and the pain ain't stopped yet. The intensity of it has, but so physical pain sometimes it does weigh on me mentally, because there are days where it's just like I already have my mental battles, my whole anxiety. I always feel like the world is ending, like everything is over. Then I'm still grieving the loss of our sister, and I'm trying to end an abusive, drug abusive marriage. So I have like my own shit going on, just mentally without anybody's help. And then here we go, we turn around and my body hurts. Everything fucking hurts. My mind wants to do shit, but my body's like
10 to 7 kids from what is it, from 5 to 17? 5 to 16, yeah.
And sometimes like my mind is ready and wants to go, and I have all these wants, these desires, these goals, and there are times when my body is just like, yeah, no, you're not gonna do it. We're not doing that. We can't mop today. Oh, you want to fold clothes? Fine, sit down on the floor and fold them. You can't stand anywhere and fold them. And it gets to me. And then there are times when I don't want to take my prescribed antidepressants. Like I don't know why, but there are definitely days where I don't want to take them. Like there's some times where I feel like I'm gonna smoke me a blunt, I'm gonna fucking lax, and I'm gonna push through this shit without taking these fucking pills. And then sometimes that works, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, I'll be honest. The drinking gets me to where I want to be, because the first stage, at least now, 18, 19, 20, all the way up to like maybe 22, 23-year-old me, it wasn't this stage. But the stages of drunk for me is like my first 2 or 3 stages is I'm tired. So like I'll start drinking. I'll start drinking and I get tired. And that came from, for a while, I want to say maybe a year or two, I would drink almost every day just to go to sleep. So my body kind of got used to that result.
Doing it.
Yeah. So I would literally, even now, like shit, well, even when we was in Vegas, like I had to stay active because we started drinking and I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting tired. Like, so let me keep drinking. Let me stay active.
Okay, but I mean, when you start drinking from like noon, I mean,
Yeah, you're right. We
when
did.
you've only been up for a few hours. Like you only get up, like you only slept for a few hours and then you got up
Yeah.
a few hours later and just
Yeah.
started drinking a few hours after getting up. Tends to get tiring.
No, that's a very great point because it was damn near sun up to sundown that we were drinking. So, but it's like it's just
happens.
Yeah, I honestly I feel like I've always kept it under control though, at least to me. From the outside looking in, you know, my wife, Luna's mom, my doctors and things like that, like they, you know, they didn't really see it that way. I always felt like I had it under control though. You know, like they would be like, "Oh, well, do you like can you stop? Like do you think you can stop?" And I'm like, "Yeah. I just don't want to." Like I can't say that I can't stop because I don't fucking want to. Like I want to go home and have a drink.
That sometimes that really be the part. Like I don't fucking want to. Like it's not a question of can I stop. The answer is I don't want to.
Yeah, for what? I don't want to. I don't want to.
Simple.
Yeah.
Who's hurt? Who have I hurt? What have we lost? What have I misplaced? What have I destroyed? Where have I lacked? What have I taken from you?
Right.
And I guess sometimes, you know, on the flip side of that, people can be like, you can still kind of be fooling yourself.
Yeah.
Even with no negative things occur, like, you know, no negative occurrences, you can still be fooling yourself, giving you like, you know, because we always want to be right. We always want to make ourselves right. Like, but did you die? Like, you know. But yeah, like.
But did you die? Like, come on.
Like sometimes, like, give me a break.
Have you ever been scared that you are addicted or you would be close to becoming addicted, or how has that ever crossed your mind?
Addicted to what? Weed?
Yeah, to any substances that you might have taken or used or whatever.
No, so like here's the thing. I take a lot of different medications. I'm like, you know, I have 3 blood pressure medications. I have an allergy medication that, like, especially now while we go into the fall, I have to take that shit every night. I have my anxiety medication, pain meds, and sometimes, which is like, this is so fucked up. There's been times where I have taken all of my medication and forgot that I took it, and I take it again. And within 20 minutes, I will throw up my whole entire life. And each time that happens, I always say to myself, how the fuck do people play with pills? I like to watch Intervention. Like I don't know. I really kind of get a joke. I really got to get a kick out of that show. Like, I don't know. So I don't watch it often. I don't follow it like I used to, but it's like like a lady Sunday afternoon type of shit. When that shit is on, I'll watch that shit. And I'll be listening to these stories in fucking shock. Like, this bitch just started her day with 12 Xanaxes. 12. I had 1 Xanax and forgot and had 2 cups of wine. And I was sick as a fucking I was higher than a giraffe's pussy, and not the good high giraffe pussy neither. Like I was somewhere, I'm like, Jesus, please, if I don't want to be with you. Like I was so fucking high, and I'm like, people play with this every day, all the time. Nah, nigga, if I rolled up some weed and it had me feeling like that fucking Xanax and wine did, I would never fucking smoke weed again. I'm like, this is fun? It's not fun. I'm gonna die high. Like I used to joke saying I was a thug and I was gonna die high, but now it's happening. I'm fucking dying. Like
shout out to Pastor Mace.
I'm gonna fall off the fucking earth here.
So
always.
I think really what kept me away from the addiction was that I really always felt under control. Like I really always felt like I was in control of it. Like even now,
yeah, and I know I'm gonna always be biased, but I just, I'm like, what? Richard, murder who? Like, I just, so I can't really see, knowing the person that you are, I just really feel like if there was a monkey on your back, you would be the one addressing it before anybody. Like, just the strong being that you are. Like, I don't see it like, while I was having to call mommy and shit. Like, I don't see me having to fucking take planes to Vegas to you to talk to you in California real quick. Like, I don't see like that being, you going there. Like, you've always faced your responsibilities. You face your grief, you face your pain, you embrace what you need to embrace. But I don't think that, and I could be wrong. I could be blowing smoke up both our asses and saying, I don't think we really have like addictive personalities. Like, I feel like we
I
really,
kind of,
we,
I've always feared that I do. And I've always kind of feared that I've had an addictive personality because for me, sometimes it is kind of difficult to either break a habit or kind of get away from certain things. And I've always felt like it was kind of like I do have an addictive personality, and I feel like in my head, because I don't know, I feel like honestly, like you or mommy would know better, but like I don't know if Craig's addictions have kind of like passed down onto me, and I kind of have an addictive gene and whatnot. So
so what's so crazy? What I'll say to that is I don't remember where, but I was watching a program, like, because I tend to watch like TLC and and I was watching a program where they were just saying that if a baby was pretty much conceived while one of the parents indulged in marijuana, that there was like studies showing that that child usually grew up to become a weed smoker. And so can be said of children born crack addicted, because at the end of the day, they're already born with the addiction. Like, they're already pre-exposed to it, and it's just, it's there. It's definitely there. They were born addicted to drugs. They were on, like, it's like, already on drugs, born addicted to them, and already went through a weaning process and everything. But the thing about substance addiction is, once an addict, always.
like even when I go to behavioral health and I talk to my therapist, and they'll ask like, hey, like, one of your issues is that you have sleep problems, or one of your issues is that you have concentration problems, or this and that, and things that I'll reveal to the loyal Noodles later in the show, not this show, but later on a later episode. But like, they'll ask like, hey, like, do you want medication for it? And initially I'm like, yes, because like, if you're recommending that it'll help. But I always tell them no. Like, I've told them, like, I'm scared for you to subscribe something to me or prescribe something to me, because I fear, like, I don't trust myself. I feel like I will become addicted to it. Like, and I tell them this every time. I'm like, look, I don't know how fucking strong my dad's addictive genes were and how much of them shits I got. I just know that there's certain shit that when I fucking like it, I can't not fuck with it anymore, or I just really don't want to. I have no desire to not fuck with it. So no, I don't want your sleeping pills. No, I don't want this, and no, I don't want that. So I've avoided it in some cases. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so to touch on that, like, kind of like in that area a little bit, after the car accident, even though I was pregnant, I was in ICU on a morphine drip, and they pretty much sent me home with morphine. And at this point, like, naturally, I'm home. Now I have to crush it. And, my jaw's wired shut. So I have to take it in with like applesauce, or like, not yogurt, because that was too cold, but I have to take it in something soft, or, like, try to even like maybe with like a shot of juice or whatever. The morphine was fucking me up. And it was fucking me up to the point that I felt like, oh shit, the baby's high too. Like, I just used to feel like, and I'm like, maybe I'm so high that it feels like she's moving around in slow motion, or maybe I'm not fucking bugging, and my baby is really in this motherfucker moving around like a fucking junkie. So I was like, fuck that. Like, even though I was pregnant, they were willing to give me anything I wanted, any type of pain medication, anything that made it better, because their argument was that as long as I stopped doing it by 7 months, the baby will be weaned. And I'm just like, hold up. You're telling me I gotta like make my baby a crack baby and in the name of pain? Like, nah, then I'm just gonna have to deal. Like, I'm gonna take this one on the chin, like, cause I'm not taking this shit. And the first times that I would like, when the pain would be real bad, and I'd be like, all right, you know what? Let me just calm down. Let me not just run straight, even though it's time enough for morphine. Let me not run to it. Next thing I'm trying to like not take it, I'm starting to fucking itch. I'm getting the shakes. I'm
You
like,
getting
oh my,
withdrawals.
I'm like, oh my God, I'm a heroin addict. Oh my God. I'm gonna be like the corner or some shit. Oh my God, I'm gonna be Holiday Heart. Oh my God, I'm gonna steal my daughter's bike. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is too much. I can't. This
I'm
is
gonna
not the
sell my
life.
daughter's bike.
This is not the life I want to live. I'm not trying to do this. And I was just like, nah, fuck this. And I remember one day just like, nah, like when I really realized that I was going through a withdrawal, I was just like, oh nah, this ain't it. This is not it. I fucking took the whole fucking bottle of morphine and I dumped the shit right in the motherfucking toilet. Like I was like, oh no, I will not. I will fucking not. Like this is no. Just simply no. And then that makes me feel like, do I have an addictive personality, like addictive mind, or do I really have the strength and the power to like see the bigger picture? And for me, it truly was, nah, my baby. And then like I have to think about it. What if I wasn't pregnant? Would I suffer alone? Like, would I be the greater good for myself, or would I look at the bigger picture like, I'll be all right. I could take these pain meds and I'll be okay. They don't, I don't know, pharmaceuticals, they help with this fucking addiction shit too. They help that industry also. Like it's all tied together. You get in a car accident, God forbid, but get really fucking hurt. And I'm telling you, they giving you damn near heroin. The shit that they'll prescribe to you. And like once like, I had a lot of shit wrong and I'm still going through a pregnancy. And I'm just telling the doctor, like, I'm dealing with the pain. I'm taking hot baths. I'm just trying to relax. I'm taking Tylenol. And it just, oh, if you want, we could give you this. So you want, we could give you Oxy. We could get, no, bitch, you were not giving me none of that shit. None of it. No, there's no fucking way. And I think like that also is a part as to why I fucking really went into shock once I was in labor, because I was so like the pain at that point just really fucking won. But I really just tough that one out, because I was just like, yo, nah, y'all gonna have me fucked up. I'm gonna give birth to the baby and I'm gonna still be fucking hooked on morphine. She gonna be sick. Like this shit gonna be crazy. Nah, I'm good. Thank y'all, but no thanks.
So what would you tell the loyal noodles who might be facing addiction or things like that? Like what would you tell them, like in terms of not necessarily facing addiction? Let me not fucking take it that extreme. Relax, loyal noodles. Like in terms of being in control of their vices and things like that. Like what would you say to that? Like, hey, like, you have your vices, they can be addictive, but this is kind of like what I did or what you should do or can do to kind of make sure it don't really become an addiction and really detrimental to your life.
Well, I mean, I guess in every aspect of life, you can't really overindulge. Like, have your vice, but don't make it the basis of your life. Don't make your vice more important than your children. Don't make your vice more important to you, because, like, the point of the vice is to give you the break from the responsibilities and from everything that you're doing or everything that you're going through. If that's the point of the vice, if the vice becomes the bottom line, like that, that's really when I guess that's when it becomes an addiction, because now all you're doing is the vice. You're not even stressed about the shit that you were doing back then or the responsibilities anymore. The vice is what motivates you. Like, don't make the vice the basis of your life. Like, you just can't. You can't, and nothing. And that's all types of addictions. That's just, you can't overindulge in nothing. Imagine if I really bought as many sneakers as I really truly wanted. My kids would be hungry. Their hair would never be done.
Right.
Dirty.
And like if I were to actually drink every time I wanted to drink, Yeah, that wouldn't
Yeah, you
it
might have
wouldn't
got
be it.
fired.
Yeah, I definitely would have got like a dishonorable discharge and things like that. So I think if honestly, like
That would have
you
been
should.
that would have been fucked up, and I would have teased you for the rest of
So
your life.
I think it's just
For the rest of my life, I would have said something.
setting those, like setting times. Like I think sometimes what would help me, like when I was transitioning from every day to, hey, we're gonna aim for the weekend. I'm not saying I've been successful. I'm just saying I've gotten a lot better where I do not drink every day. I will say that. It was like, oh, where it was like, hey, I can't wait to get home and drink today. It would be like, damn, I can't wait till Friday so I can go home and have a drink. So it's like, I'm not thinking about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's like fucking Friday. I can't wait. I'm getting that drink is gonna be so amazing on Friday. Even though today's Monday or Sunday, things like that.
Right.
Like,
even though today is almost Saturday, I know next Friday's drink is gonna taste delicious.
Yes, I can't fucking. I already got it lined up and everything. Like it's the equivalent to the fresh fit on the first day of school. Like I got that bitch. Right. I got the cup, the ice, the drink, the chaser, all of it. I got everything.
My favorite straw.
Every fucking thing.
Good
I got
ice.
It. Yes.
Good ice is important. No, like there's a really big importance upon good ice.
Yes, I'm low key bougie now. I got the sphere ice.
Okay.
The ball, the ice ball for when I have like cognac or whiskey straight. I'm bougie as fuck now.
Oh well.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna talk to me any old way. I got an air fryer.
I got a Ninja. I got a Ninja and Amazon Prime. Ain't nobody just gonna talk to me however the fuck they want. You know?
Bitch, I use my brother's Netflix. Don't say shit to me. A damn thing.
Oh, shout out to Isaac because I'm using that nigga Stars, his HBO, his ESPN. This shit mad at his
That's
shit.
What's up.
I'll send him $20 at the end of the fiscal year.
Oh, that's sweet because I'm not sending you shit. If you ain't want me to use your Netflix, you should have gave it to me. And if you wanted me to chip in, you should have said that upon giving me the password. I would have said, no. I'd have deleted it.
Nah, I'm good. I don't need it. I didn't even watch nothing. I didn't even watch anything on that
bitch. I just watched Clickbait.
Is it good?
Ooh.
I keep hearing good things about it. I gotta watch it. I was just watching Sex Life. That was pretty good.
Okay.
That was okay.
My summer was spent rewatching Grey's.
That's fair. I'm ready. Well, we got 2 weeks left.
Right.
2 weeks?
Yeah, not really 2 weeks because it's the 20th. It's 10 days.
Okay, a week and a half. Okay. So, loyal Noodles, thank you so much for tuning in. This is just what we had to say just in this little bit of time. I know
we ain't nobody.
We only like to take up maybe 60 to 90 minutes of your day. We thank you so much for giving that time to us. But again, we ain't nobody. We just some good noodles here talking about some shit. Our word isn't law and whatnot. So thank you for tuning in. If
granted, it should be.
Motherfucking shit. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Shit would be
fucking
much better right now, but we'll save that for another day.
A lot better, but that's not what we're talking about today. So, thank you for tuning in, Joy. Thanks again for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it. Our honorary good noodle. Some of the loyal noodles is already calling for Joy to be a permanent party. So if you think Joy should be a permanent good noodle, fuck around and tell us in the comments on the YouTube video. Tell us on Instagram. Tell us on Facebook. Tell us. Fucking tell us. Like, yo, Joy needs to stay. Joy needs to stay. Come chop it up with us. Loyal Noodles, I appreciate you giving us your time. I understand time is money and you really can't get it back. So I thank you for giving that to us. But a much easier thing to do, since you're already here, if you're watching us on YouTube, go ahead and hit like. Go ahead and hit subscribe. If you're really feeling generous, it's really easy to just press share. Throw that on Facebook one time for the one time.
Right.
go. I already know you got Instagram, fam. So go ahead on over to Instagram. Give us a follow, a few likes at Good Noodles Podcast. For those that are on Twitter, find us on Twitter at Good Noodles PC. We are on Spotify. We are on Apple Podcasts. We're on Facebook. We're on Breaker. We're on Anchor. We're on so many things. It's really difficult to not find us. We making it really easy
everywhere.
Yo, I'm just saying, it's hard. It's hard to avoid us because we everywhere. And I'm gonna keep sharing and keep interacting with people. So thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate all the love that y'all give us, all the comments and feedback. We keep getting it. And I love it. I love it. I love it. So thank you. Can't wait to see you for the next episode. We out of here. Say your